Hello, welcome to the project Max. This is our first work meeting. Let's start with the details. Okay, in this case, we're talking about 5 to 10 active members on the group. The idea is to be able to have a small group that all together can work on the initiative. Um, Agile recommends small groups, not a very big groups. So that's the reason we're talking about only to 5 to 10 active members. That could change uh, during the time. It depends on the requirements or the process that we work on the group at that time. So the second topic is working in real codes for real applications. That means that we will try to generate codes that help us to improve our jobs or functions on our daily basis job. So let's try to keep that in mind. So for that, we're talking about 4 ideas by member at this point. We need to uh, create 4 ideas and send it to me. Um, at the end, we're talking about almost 20 ideas at least. So from there, we will select one or two or even all codes or all ideas to start working on them. The rest will be put on a standby just for a few time. Um, let's generate those ideas and send it so I can create the new slides and explain. Then we can describe the ideas in the next working session. We will have a working session and then a training session. That means that, for example, today this is a working session because this is not a training session. I mean, we are just talking about the project. So the next week it will be a training session, and then the next week will be a working session. So one week is a working session, the next one is a training, the next a working, and so on. So communication via different channels, main channel Slack. That means that at this moment the main communication is over Slack, and the way to use that collab application is to improve our communication. So let's keep in mind that doesn't mean that we won't use WhatsApp or email, but at the end we're trying to move all communication to Slack. Training online every 2 weeks. That means that not only I mean, we will have an online training session every 2 weeks, but that doesn't mean that we don't have any training uh, uh, during the 2 weeks. That means that it is only related to the online session that we will have in training information and tasks and assignments during the rest of the days. So that's what that means. We can have random session for specific reasons. That one is related to even if we have online training session every 2 weeks or working sessions. If we need to do something, or if we need to work in specific topics, or maybe there is a job or whatever, we can schedule a specific random sessions to resolve the issue or clear any doubt. Resources. we need to collect what operating system you are using, what Python's version are you using, and the IDE or IDEs that you are using. These three specific information will create a matrix of information for future requirements. That will help us. That file will help us to identify bugs that we could have on the code. So that's the reason of that file. One example is that sometimes a code could maybe the code is not working on a specific IDE, and during the process you can request help from the team. And if we receive the code and we test it in a different IDE and we don't have that error, that means that the bug is the IDE itself. So we will use that file to document errors, bugs, or any issue that could appear on our session. So let's work on those details. I will send an email about it, and I will show you how I need that information. So I will be the first one that I will send that information to all the team, and from there I will require your information in the same format. So keep an eye on the email, and we can go from there on these specific details. Slack will be our main communication channel. That doesn't mean that we won't use WhatsApp, email, Telegram. Those are only our secondary channel, and the idea is to avoid to have a lot of information on a WhatsApp group, for example. Sometimes, and this is an example from other groups I have, is that there are groups for Python, and there is a lot of people there, and if we are doing something else, and if I don't check my WhatsApp for almost 2 hours, for example, I have 1,000 messages, and that is impossible to read for me, at least. So let's keep our communication over Slack, and just specific details or any new and important detail over WhatsApp. Votes over Slack. That means that there is a lot of topics that we need to talk about, and if each topic needs to be voted, that will be over Slack. For example, one of the process could be the application that we need to create. So if we have 20 options for that, we move that to the vote area on Slack, and we need to vote and decide what application we need to work with, and that is over Slack. So more details soon. Each application development will have its own channel. After we vote for the applications, if we decide to work in 2 or 3 applications at the same time, each application development will have its own channel on Slack to avoid to mix or to have issues with codes if we mix application codes. Who's spending to access Slack? I don't recall if I already give access to Slack. So if you don't have access to the collab application, just send me a WhatsApp message directly, and I will work on that. Tasks and processes over Slack during the cycle. That means that there will be a lot of tasks and processes that I will send over Slack during each week, so we can improve or to move project, to move forward the project until we have the goals completed. So keep an eye on the Slack on that. Profile. The profile, if I already give you access, the profile on Slack is related to the main part of your email. So for example, if your email is, I don't know, random19@gmail.com, the name of your profile is random19, because that is what Slack does. So that means that I'm not able to know who is the owner of that email. So the best option here is, okay, upload a photo of you and upload your name, and that's it. I will be able to find you or to identify you better and quickly. Please help me on that part. More details, we will use a group profile. That's an Excel file, a very big Excel file, and that will help us to provide updates every 3 months about where we at and what is the processes that has been completed. So I'm working on that part at this moment. We will use software development methodologies like Agile, Scrum, PMP, other like SMART. That's not a methodology, but it is a technique that we can use to work with ideas and tasks. So all that information will be part of the training. If we don't know Agile, Scrum, or any other methodology, I will provide the training session as well. So keep in mind that we are trying to generate codes with a standard on software development methodologies. Session will be recorded for future reference, or if someone is not able to access the meeting during the recurrent call, you can see the meeting. I uploaded the video into the channel. Okay, that topic means that I'm recording the session for future reference. If you are in a different time zone, that could affect that maybe you are not possible to join the call, or maybe you have an urgent matter. So all those options could affect to be on the call. So I will record the session and I will share it over the YouTube channel, so you can check it at your own time. But the idea is that you join the call and participate if possible. So welcome to the project, and if you have any question or any comment, you can contact me directly over any of the communication channels, and I will be more than happy to help you. So have a great day. Bye now.